I got some questions yesterday from a dear client of mine, and let's talk about, let's call these kind of people the star seeds. This is very popular these days. And she asked me about this personal process of improvement, spiritual improvement. And she asked me about the tricks which she can use and what people just do not know about, and because of that they just cannot proceed. And I have some, so I just want to share it with you. The one mistake I think that people make is that when they realize something that would be important for them, they look around and they check if that would be important for others also. And if they find that they don't find anyone in their family or amongst their friends for whom it would be really important, just like for her, they refuse to step out, to make the change accordingly. And that's a mistake. And what we don't realize is that we are completely different from everyone else. So whenever you see something that you should act on, even if it's the tiniest thing, and that's another mistake people make, that when they just see a tiny detail they should change, they just don't care. They say it's not enough big. You know, the tiniest change you can apply in your life will change your life completely. And this is so, so important. Okay? I hope you understand this, because this might sound like tiny, but it is very, very important. So if something is talking to you in a way that, okay, I'm just sending you a slight message, okay, that it's just talking to your heart, and you say, oh, I should listen to that, then listen, okay? And after listening, just hear it also. So that's one, okay? If you see a tiny detail that is talking to your heart, then move on, okay? Make the step forward. The other mistake people make is that they are focusing on too many things at once, too many problems, too many aspects, too many issues. Now, how life works, and this is very important to understand, is that I believe we do get these kind of messages from our surrounding, and I'm not talking necessarily about people, but circumstances are just talking to us, to our heart. Because they are just symbols of something which is deep. So these messages are not necessarily, verbal. But choose one and make a change in your life based on that one. Because you might see different aspects of your life, and you might recognize need for a change in all of them. However, when you change in one aspect, then you will see all the other messages differently. Okay? And this is very important. So don't try to change in more than one aspect and in more than one detail. Because if you just imagine a process, when you move on, you can make a step into only one direction. But it is so true, when you make one step, all your perspective will change, and that's normal. So you might see a need for change in many aspects. Let's stick with this, metaphor of perspective physically. When you make some steps into one direction, you might see those details that you were seeing before from another perspective, and maybe you will not make those change accordingly, as you have seen them before. So on all the time, make one change, and even if it looks like to be a tiny one, in the world of quality, there is no size and no quantity. Okay, even if it looks like tiny, it is a quality change. And when you can make or apply one tiny change in your life, it will change everything completely. So that's another mistake people usually make, that they want to focus on too many details. Just make a choice. According to my belief and my convictions, is when you see 3 or more aspects you could change, it doesn't really matter which you choose. Just choose one. And when you make that change, then you can go for another aspect. So that's another suggestion. Okay, so this is for you guys who want to grow, who want to understand how we function, and who want to improve all the time, continuously, because we don't really die, so we are just improving. So this is the process. So don't get stuck. I remember a quote. I cannot quote it, but I remember what it was about. It was by okay, the name doesn't come, but the point was that the greatest suffering in life is that when you get stuck and you cannot grow and you cannot improve your life anymore. So get out from there. That's suffering. It's totally not natural. So have a wonderful day, and I wish you an improvement, a tiny improvement today. Bye.